Whatever you think about yourself will bear true for you, no matter how ridiculously disconnected from the truth it may be. I cannot stress enough that you have everything you need. You are enough to reach your dream destination, your ideal scene. So what's holding you back? Let me tell you this wonderful quote that one of my mentors told me. You cannot outperform your self-image. It does not matter what potential you have and what opportunities surround you. If you don't think you can do it, you won't make it. That's it. Your self-image is a self-fulfilling prophecy that has full control over your future. Did you know that? Show me a person's results, their income, their state of their world, and I can tell you with near precision what they think of themselves. Let me explain this to you with the story of an elephant in the jungles of India. Now, this elephant would push 100 logs together with its legs. It was mighty and it didn't tire easily. Well, the Mahat treated him very well, kept him in a special shed and fed him well. You know, like how you do with your special and favorite ones. Then one day, the Mahat forgot to feed the elephant. The elephant waited and waited for the Mahat to show up, and nightfall brought the confirmation that the elephant would go hungry. Now, there was a donkey grazing close by, and he heard the rants and the bickering of the elephant. Irritated, it went to the elephant and said, "Hey, stop ranting. Just go over to the barn and eat your heart's desire." And the elephant looked at the donkey and shook his head. There is a reason why they call you a donkey. Can't you see I am tied to the tree stump? And indeed, there was a chain on the elephant's leg, which was securely fastened to a very small, tiny tree stump. But you just pushed 100 logs, and this is just a tree stump. Are you crazy? Walk over. The donkey tried to reason. You don't understand, donkey. I cannot break this chain. What do you understand? I have been tied all my life. You think I haven't tried? Since a child, I have been trying to break it, but it won't let me free. You are new here. Everyone here at the ranch knows the story and understands what I have been through and where I have come from. You don't understand. Do you think I'm stupid? Do you know how much power this chain has? Well, the donkey soon lost interest in the elephant's excuses. It didn't make sense to him. Well then, starve, and the donkey just walked away. That night, the elephant went hungry. Isn't it crazy? The elephant has the power to be free, to do as it pleases, to go where it wants to go, to eat what it wants to eat, to be free. Then how come it doesn't? What is holding it back? Do you think the chain has enough power to hold back that gigantic elephant? Well, you know the answer, right? It's his self-image. It's what he thinks and believes to be true about himself. That is what is holding him back, not the chain. So where does this come from? Past failures. Did you know that when a baby elephant is born, it is quickly separated from his mother and chained to a tree stump? The newborn baby struggles. The chains dig into its skin, wounding him, and he gives up. And when he gives up, he is set free to be nursed by the mother, only to be chained again. The struggle and the attempt to be free continues for days. The wounds grow deeper, the pains grow worse, and then one day the elephant is so beaten and in so much pain that it gives up trying. Because trying becomes painful. It gives up. It accepts captivity. You see, that was okay and maybe acceptable when it was a baby elephant, but it's not a baby anymore. It is capable of bringing the whole village down, but it still holds on to the mental block it had formed when it was weak and helpless and made it a guiding force for the rest of his life. Now, we are quite like that. Just because we have been hurt and failed in the past, we don't give our present a chance. That's really, really sad. What fears and self-doubts are keeping you chained to the stump? Yes, you have tried before. I know that. You know that. And yes, you have failed before. Yes, you have done your best several times and didn't make it. Yes, you gave your heart and your soul to the project and it fell flat. That is all true. of the past. Just because you couldn't do it then does not mean you will never make it. And look, it happens to the best of us. Let me tell you, when I was in school, I was a top ranker. My father didn't give me an option to come second. He said, look, if you want to stay in school, then you have to be the best because I am doing my best to put you in school. You fail, I fail. So anything short of the best was not an option. I tell you, I worked day and night on everything I did. In my mind, it was number one or nothing at all. And you know what? I bagged every contest I ever participated in. Anything, any project or contest that had my name, I would win. And that put a lot of people off. You know, I was in the last year of school and it was the worst time ever of my life. All my classmates boycotted me. They said, if she participates in something, we won't. As long as she exists, we will never have a chance to win. You know what? I became a target of jealousy and hate. I remember the elections for the head girl in my school. My posters were torn down. If my name was announced as a winner on the board, it would be scratched out with black ink. There was one day on my desk I saw, with the pin of the compass, it was scratched. I wish you come first in dying of cancer. It was scarring. I felt alone. I felt punished for trying hard, for trying to be better than I was. I really wasn't trying to beat anyone, I was just trying to stay in school. My father said that, and I got punished with isolation. Some of my friends who were really nice, they also stayed away because they didn't want to be boycotted. And guess what? I learned to play small, to hide, to make less of my own work so I can fit in. For the longest time, I would always maintain low-key. If someone praised me, I would very quickly pass on the credit to others. I started to hide from showing up front. I would stay at the back. I learned to shy away from credit and recognition and even from making friends. Oh, but I still played to win, but anonymously. I felt that if you found out about my winning streak, you would hate me. And look, if I continued to behave like that all my life, you'd be like, oh my God, Priya, what is wrong with you? But luckily, I had the right mentors, right people, right knowledge that pulled me out of that self-imposed negativity. I could see that the times have changed. I'm no longer in school. People want my work. Life is not a competition or a contest against others. Just because I win doesn't mean you will lose. People don't hate me for being successful. People don't hate me because I'm popular and because others like me. I am here to help you get there too. And so you like me and want me to be even more successful so I can show you how to get there. I have learned there is enough space to accommodate success. Everyone can make it to the top of their game, and I no longer have to be hated and I no longer have to hide. But what if I spent my whole life in hiding? You know me, you know my work. What if I never showed up? That would be sinful, right? Now, let's look at the chains that you have tied yourself in. Bring it all out. What is holding you back? Now let's look at Veer, okay? Veer wants to be a New York Times best-selling author, but he has a poor self-image. So he writes out, look, I don't have charisma. I am emotionally weak. I won't succeed. I always fail. I feel alone. Others are better than me. I will land in trouble if I try. No one believes in me, and the works. It's great. Let's acknowledge these as the past. It's gone. Sure, there was a time where all of this was true. Like it was all true for the baby elephant and for me. Not that I was a baby elephant, but we aren't there now. We are not doing this program in the past. We're doing it in a new unit of time. And you are not the same person you were 2 years ago or 2 weeks ago. And let me tell you this, the more you feed this negativity, the more it will grow. Let's turn this around right away. Take up every point you wrote and flip it around into a power statement. If your graph is at 0 at the moment, let's pull it higher. If you find yourself to be at the bottom of the scale, let's take it to the top of the scale. Now let's flip all of that negativity around. So we would write, I am charismatic, I am emotionally strong, I always succeed, I'm always successful, I attract support, I am the best, I grow when I try, I believe in myself. Let me tell you, this is who you are. This is your true self, buried under layers of self-doubt and fears. You need to pull yourself out and up, piece by piece. Now make sure that you write these statements as positive affirmations. You know, words have power. They prompt feelings, and when loaded with emotional value, they dominate your actions and your decisions. You know, when you say, I will land in trouble when I try, how would your body language be? Bent, slouched, droopy, and that will trigger a further state of helplessness. Now, once in that state, how would your decisions be? Conservative, or worse, you won't even make any decision at all because you are so afraid to fail. But if you keep telling yourself, I grow when I try, you cannot say that with your shoulders and face drooping. Those words demand compliance from your body. Your chin is up, your spine straightens up, there is a slight smile and your eyes brighten up. I grow when I try. You feel good about yourself. When you feel good about yourself, you make good decisions. Decisions that will serve you and actually help you grow. Don't underestimate the power positive self-talk holds. There is always a constant mental chatter that does the rounds in your head. Make it positive. Make it a conscious script. If you're going to talk to yourself, make it a positive talk. What is a prayer really? It is a positive affirmation. It is a positive intention. It is the statement of an ideal scene. What if you could make your self-talk a prayer? That would go a long way to redefine who you are and eventually what you are capable of. Come on, pour out your negativity and flip it to the most positive intentions and beautiful prayer about yourself. That when the divine force receives your message, there is a smile and peace knowing you are the answer to your own prayers. In you is hidden all you need to build a better world for yourself.